Guys, and welcome to Coding for Kids. In this video, I am going to be talking about web development, and I'm going to kind of introduce you guys to this part of computer programming. So, if you guys don't know what web development is, it's basically just developing websites. So it has a lot to do with websites and just, being on the web and stuff like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this video because it's going to be really fun. So let's get started. So first, let's look at the overview of this video. So first we're going to be looking at what is a web browser, the web, then we're going to be looking at what, like a little activity I guess, and what do you see in that activity. Then we're going to be looking at what a website is and what is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And finally, we're going to be looking at the difference between HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So first, let's look at what a web browser is. So web browser, I can take a common example as Google, but you guys might know these other examples as well. But you can see that a web browser is a software that can take a user to any certain website or web page, and it displays it on the user's screen. So for example, if I went on Google and I searched up YouTube, as you know, it'll take you to YouTube and it'll take you to that like home screen web page. And then, you can watch videos and all of that sorts of stuff. So that is what a web browser is. Now let's look at what the web or the World Wide Web is. So the World Wide Web actually is what, so www stands for, or the World Wide Web stands for www. So we abbreviate this by www, and that's what comes in front of lots of domain names, and I'll talk about what that is later. But the web or the World Wide Web has lots of information, which includes images, videos, pages, and like other online information which can be accessed through web browsers. For example, the web is just a big, you can think about it like this. So the web is almost like a book, and inside of that book there are web browsers, which are like chapters, and then inside of those web browsers there are websites, and those are like little pages. So you can think about it like that. So the web is just a big collection of information, and web browsers helps you search up all that information. Speaking of, like web and YouTube and stuff like that, I have like a signed out YouTube account. So I just have the homepage up here. So this is probably what you usually see first. So I want you guys to tell me what you see, maybe in the comments below, or something like that, or just keep it to your head. But look at like this page and what you see. I see some tabs right here, and when you click on one of these tabs, it'll take you to another web page. Same here, there are lots of tabs here as well, and also there's an input box, the search box. There's also a lot of buttons, as you can see. So also the videos technically are buttons. So if you think about it, each video has its own web page, and there are thousands of millions of videos on YouTube. So just think about how many web pages there are on YouTube, and not to mention all these, buttons and tabs and stuff. So YouTube is a very, very big website. So, comment down below what you guys see. But now let's go to what a website is. So a website is a collection of web pages that have information on a certain topic. For example, you can think about YouTube as a website. It does have a big collection of web pages, and all of those have information on all sorts of topics. So this website can be reached by searching the domain name. For example, if we wanted to go to YouTube, we would just search up youtube.com. Or if we wanted to go to Facebook, we would search up facebook.com. Or if we wanted to go to Google, we would search up google.com. So there are thousands of domain names because each website has its own domain name. So that's why I put etc. because there's way too many for me to list them out. But these are the common examples. So that is what a website is. But now let's look at what HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is. So the programming languages we use in web development is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So these are the main programming languages that we use when building websites, and these are the only three we use, and each one has a purpose. For example, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the foundation of a web page. For example, it builds a basic structure, so web pages, text, images, all that sorts of stuff. And then CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets, and this helps you add style to your web page. It'll make it presentable, and it'll make it more unique. And JavaScript helps add interactivity with a web page and a lot more. So this is what makes it functionally work, because when you have thousands of buttons and tabs, when you click on them, it's going to need to take you to a web page. It can't just leave you on the same page. So that's where JavaScript comes in. So now let's look at the difference between HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and how we can kind of interpret it in different ways. So first, I have a little picture here. So HTML can be, you can think about it like the bones of your body. The bones help you, actually, stand in. It's like the structure of your body. It's the foundation of your body, you can say. So that's how HTML is for our website. So you can see JavaScript here is just like a a body with some muscles and a brain. So JavaScript is like the brain of the website. It kind of helps you actually work like your website, and it helps your website work functionally. Because if there isn't JavaScript, to be honest, it's just some pages with some designs on it. There's no interactivity, and you want the website to interact with the user. So that's what JavaScript is. CSS is, oh, sorry guys. So CSS is the style and the details. For example, you could see the hair, the eye color, the clothing, the accessories. So that all gives you a more presentable look, and it gives you more details. So that's what CSS does. You can add color with CSS, you can add backgrounds, you can add, fun things with CSS, and you can just make it, you can give it your website style. So now let's go to the review. So we learned what a web browser is, and that's where you can, search up something and you can get information. The web, or the World Wide Web, is just a collection of information. And then we did a small activity. Then a website is just a, it's a little, website, like a little page or two of information. So websites kind of give you more information on things. Then HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So HTML is like the foundation of your web page or website. CSS, it gives it style and gives it that presentable look. And JavaScript helps your website work functionally, and helps your website interact with users. And the difference between HTML and CSS and JavaScript is that HTML is like the foundation, just like a human skeleton is. CSS is the thing that gives style to your website, just like how hair, eyes, like clothing, accessories, that's how CSS is. And JavaScript is like the muscles and the brain of your body, which helps you to work. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys had as much fun as I did, because I love web development and I like the topic itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and click the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I post a new video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!